Previously on The Violet Madness. In the heart of Berinthus, Sir Tirion sought out Mayor Hasker, a man beloved by his people, found calmly painting portraits in the town square. Through their exchange, Tirion learned of the mayor's supposed kindness, and the faith he holds in his own benevolence, but something did not sit right. Tyrion's suspicions deepened as he observed the mayor's work, and the presence of his butler, a slick and watchful figure whose demeanor betrayed a more sinister truth. These paintings, it seemed, may serve a purpose far darker than simple artistry. Elsewhere, Aelfric and Daemon confronted Delight, a tiefling with a keen interest in Ven, and a belief that she is afflicted by a curse. Acting on behalf of an unseen master, Delight seeks a cure, no matter the cost. With their goals aligned, a dangerous plan begins to take shape, a distraction, a confrontation, and a chance to break whatever hold the mayor has over Berinthus before it tightens beyond escape. It's been quite the date for yourselves, Shadar and Mina, sitting by the river of Berinthus and chatting, watching the fireworks display of the festivities happening further in town. And it was then that one of the pyrotechnics, well, at least you thought it was pyrotechnics, burst quite close by, and that orange hue filling the sky. And it's then you kind of feel that heat, and a little further away, someone crying out, "What is that red tiefling doing?" And there's a rush of people kind of flocking toward this amber hue that is now kind of illuminated the night sky, kind of localized to the center of town. It seems as though the water passing by your feet now seems an awful lot colder than it had a moment ago.
I guess.
Well, I hope that's not our tiefling.
Hardly. Should probably investigate though, although I'm... and Shadar will look down at the fact that he's not wearing his chainmail. And he will, because this is a date, he wore his fancy clothes.
You're dressed like Nicolas Cage.
Out of fucking, what is it, Face Off. So, he's got, I mean, he looks pretty badass, but he's not going to be very badass. So, Shadar will stand up.
I was going to say, I don't think I have my drum either.
Shit. Well, maybe we should investigate. Or the poor end to our... And he'll... about to say appointment, and he'll go, date.
Well, I think it's rather exciting. Come on.
Let's go. And they'll run out.
As you kind of hop to your feet and throw on the boots, if you were kind of dipping the feet in the water, that kind of thing.
Yes.
You kind of jump into action and head down the kind of street. You're on the other side of the river as to where this eruption.
Give me 30 seconds to look at what I can cast without my drum.
Shit.
You guys kind of wander down the bank. Again, you can hear now there's an awful lot of people just with raised voices, kind of panic in the tone. And you can hear the kind of clamor of footsteps on cobblestone, and it's it doesn't take long before you reach one of the bridges, and you head over in towards the kind of market square. And again, this intensifying light beckoning closer. You can now see the kind of curls of flames above the tents and the houses. And it comes into view. A marquee, kind of white tent. Within, you see charred remains of easels and canvases. You see kind of like fold-up chairs collapsed and strewn about the place, many of which now kind of reduced to just blackened shapes of what they used to be. And there, among the kind of carnage, the townspeople kind of both flocking together and fleeing in all kind of different directions. You see a couple of things. You see Sir Tirion, and he is right beside a man you do not recognize. A kind of, he's in kind of red, kind of burgundy robes, kind of gold trim. He has kind of long, kind of flowing brown hair and a kind of bit of a slightly scruffy but trimmed beard. It's kind of just a bit scraggly. He kind of doesn't look like he kind of maintains himself, but he is kind of talking with Sir Tyrion, kind of just a foot or two away from him, and Sir Tyrion just seems to be kind of nodding and kind of listening to whatever it is he has to say amidst this
Like
unfolding scene.
calmly?
It seems to be calm. Yeah, yeah. And then across the way from that, you see Daemon, Aelfric, and another red tiefling kind of standing maybe about 20 feet from the marquee on the other side of the kind of square, shall we say. And there, the tiefling that you do not recognize is pointing at a figure that is now kind of floating about maybe 20 feet like above the top of the marquee. And this is a figure that you have again not seen before. Not entirely human either. It's this so it's this kind of scraggly ghoulish thing, green skinned, yellow eyes, razor sharp teeth, its jawline kind of pulled back to have this kind of widened mandible with a long kind of serpentine tongue, elongated ears, wavy, straggly black hair that seems to kind of flow in the wind. Its claws, its hands are gigantic, long fingers, razor sharp black nails, and it just looks menacingly down upon the two tieflings and Aelfric. And within this creature's arms is a white tiefling. So a few minutes before that, that's just setting up the scene as to what's about to happen. Tyrion, or sorry, not Tyrion, Daemon and Aelfric, you've left the apothecary's house with Delight, this red tiefling that has come from a faraway land, seeking your help just to, I suppose, mutually benefit some circumstances going on in Brenthis that has the townspeople kind of a little bit too cheerful. As you're kind of walking down towards the market square, Delight, he says, "Well, I hope you're ready. We have a nice little prank to pull on our little friend here. Damon, how are you with diversions?"
I mean, I myself am a diversion, but it depends on your persuasion, I guess.
Well, this the mayor of Brenthis, Julianus Hasker, is the one who is putting portraits around of the people in this town, and well, I'm not sure how it is he is doing what he is doing fully, but I believe it's the reason that Ven is so chirpy and cheerful. As we've kind of discussed earlier, what I need from you is to just create a very small distraction, draw Julianus away from his crowd, his entourage, while I just dispose of one of his, I air quotes, masterpieces. I believe that this is the key to this anchor to his magic. This should be relatively simple. Or if you prefer, and he kind of nods towards Aelfric, you seem rather capable of striking up a bit of destructive magic from a distance. How's your aim?
I would say fairly reliable.
Maybe let's not go straight to destruction, though, eh?
Yes, it's just only if absolutely
Destruction is the only
necessary.
destruction is the only way. I do believe I know where he's holding his magics. It has to be his paintbrush.
So essentially, you want me to distract him so you can destroy the paintbrush, correct?
Well, just long enough so that he doesn't see it coming, yes. I dare say he's not the type to leave it down willy-nilly. But if I can avert his gaze even for a moment, I'm sure he would see me or some magic coming.
I'm
Well,
sure
how?
the two of us have got it in us to create a bit of a distraction.
Absolutely.
I think we're up to the task.
Very well. Well, game plan then. He kind of excitedly says, what's this distraction? What should we do? It's a crowded market square. We need to divert his attention for, let's say, 20 seconds should be enough.
Hmm.
Well, I'm quite good at creating, like, I can make it look magical, sparks,
Excellent.
music, that kind of thing.
Appeal to his ego. I like it. Yes, yes.
Maybe we can do like a Aelfric. Maybe you can help him get a little push, as it were.
Certainly, yes. That could work rather well.
I'll make it seem like I'm doing it from the sparkles and stuff that I'm creating. How's that sound?
Yes, all relatively harmless.
Yes, exactly. It's all part of the fun of the event.
Exactly.
Very well. And of course, I know that from both your statures that you want no ill will to come of the townspeople, and I respect that. I, of course, want no such thing either, particularly to Ven. But let it be known that the completion of my mission is of the utmost importance, and if casualties outside of Ven are necessary, I will not. I will take the necessary actions. I know on what we have agreed. We will try and do this as cleanly as possible, but the outcome for me is paramount. And Hasker, I think it's very safe to say that he is quite an evil man for what he has been doing around here.
Surely, if that is the case, would that not warrant us investigating the man and maybe dealing with the man if he's doing this? So it might take a bit longer for you to reach your goal, but ideally, if it's just an evil man or if it's an evil paintbrush, we need to deal with both.
Absolutely, which is why I'm suggesting we destroy said paintbrush.
There's
But would
definitely a
Yeah,
logic
you
in
can
that.
talk to him later once he's disarmed, as it were.
I suppose there is that. Where's
You're
the
kind of cross
paintbrush?
you're kind of crossing the bridge over to the American Square now at this point. The
Hmm.
paintbrush is always on his person. I believe with the amount of canvases he's created of the townsfolk throughout the last several months, it can't be magical canvases. It has to be the paintbrush.
So, just to confirm, are you actually any good at sneaking away things from such a said person?
Absolutely. I can be quite light fingered when the need arises.
So we cause a distraction.
Hmm.
Aelfric will help with the maneuverableness of this person, and you get your fingers into his pockets. Sounds like a plan.
Very well. All I need is that distraction.
Tell me, do you know his full name?
Whose full name?
The artist,
Well, it's the mayor of the town, Julianus Hasker.
Julianus. That's the bit I couldn't remember. Okay. Okay, well, I guess I'm up then, aren't I?
Yes, indeed. And it's at that point now the Marquis kind of comes into view, and indeed, um, Julianus at this point is just returning from his kind of meeting with Sir Tirion, and he's kind of just addressing the crowd, and he's kind of getting ready to kind of do another little bit of flourish on a fresh canvas or a blank canvas, should I say. As you get into position, so where exactly in this kind of square? Now it's quite populated. Like there's a few people around, so it's not like if you say you wish to remain to be out of sight, then yeah, that's fine. You can blend in with the crowd just fine. But Delight will need to like sneak around to the back of the marquee so that you can cause a distraction. So I just kind of want to get an idea of where about you are, you and Aelfric.
Okay, so my plan is essentially to walk straight up to him and like create a distraction. So the idea being that Delight will get himself ready to be able to act upon when that happens, and then Aelfric to run interference of anyone or anything that might cause
Yeah,
a.
I'm thinking I'll be more in the fringes of the crowd, but within line of sight and range to be able to intercede and give a bit of support more if things start to go wrong.
Okay. Um, a few moments later, Delight kind of like pokes his head from around the corner of the marquee after he kind of slips in around, and he kind of gives you the nod as if like waiting for the lights, the sounds or whatever, and he kind of ducks behind.
I'm going to
It's
get myself into a position where I'm maybe 15, 20 paces from him. Kind of take a deep breath. Well, I wish Mina was here. I could do with a nice drum beat right about now. Okay, let us do this. And then with like a shower of sparkles out of my hands as I use prestidigitation and these like flowing notes, and I'm basically going to make this like almost like a firework extravaganza for myself, but accompanied with music.
Can
Uh,
I support this a little with a minor illusion cantrip to
love
add
it.
some light and sound to the proceedings,
okay.
just to
Okay.
bulk it up a
Yeah,
little bit.
absolutely. So this kind of I don't know this fanfare billows throughout the market square with sparkles, lights of different colors, these sounds, and it's captivating. You know, it's magical, and everyone kind of turns their attention to it, Hasker included. And it's like as these kind of dancing, spinning lights and flaring sounds fill the marquee and the market it's excuse me and the market itself. That is when Delight just kind of like fluid movement just flits in from behind the marquee, and as Julianus himself is, he kind of has his paint palette kind of resting gently in his right hand, the paintbrush upon it. Um, yeah, Delight just takes it, but as he does, Julianus he notices and he turns. What is the meaning of this?
Can I
As
before he turns, can I grab his face and like keep it like locked on me? And I'm gonna
Yeah,
be.
yeah.
There once was a fabulous mayor whose mind was much stronger than a flare. He would paint with his brush. I admit I've got a crush on this wonderful person who's player. And I'm
And
essentially
he
just trying to keep him locked on me and like eye contact kind of thing with that.
and he kind of struggles as you kind of have your hand kind of not covering his mouth, but kind of along his jaw, like tilting his face
Yes,
back
it's
towards yours.
cupped around the jawline, exactly.
Delight has kind of slipped back underneath the kind of marquee now, and he kind of scrambles to kind of break free, and he's like, "What the devil are you doing, man? What's the matter with you? Who stole? Where's what is going on?"
I'm sorry, I was just full of glee of the wonderful delights of this place, and I saw that you created such wonderful masterpieces. You were my muse. I wanted to create this little piece for you. I didn't know you'd be this upset about me singing about you.
And I think like, is this like you're saying the same thing as you're like you're holding his face?
Well, I mean,
Are you still
with
like you're grabbing his chin?
well, with him and his outrage, I've kind of stepped back a little bit as to be like,
Awesome.
okay, I apologize, good sir. Like I I was just enamored by your vigor, by your amazingness, and
Awesome.
I just wanted to show you, I guess. I'm sorry.
He's guards, come here. This man has assaulted me. Who the devil are you? I don't know you.
First of all, devil is a derogatory term, and I'd rather you not use it if you don't mind.
Sure is.
Second of all, as I said, I was just, I was singing you a song. I'm sorry, I was enchanted by the musings of this wonderful place and yourself, and I apologize. I didn't mean to assault you. I was simply singing you a song. More of a
And
limerick, but you know what I mean.
Aelfric, a man brushes past your shoulder,
Okay.
a kind of well-suited, uh, black doublet, kind of salt and pepper hair slicked back. Lord Asker, it seems this man here, he's onto us. Onto us? That's right. You. And you can see Daemon. Make a perception check, actually.
Is this me? Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
Perception. I'm not great at this. I'm not great at anything. It's my role, but you know what I mean.
Hmm.
15.
Not
15.
bad.
You notice as you turn around and you see this man. He's as he kind of says that, his eyes kind of swim with kind of patterns and color, almost like a really colorful Rorschach painting. And you notice, both you and Alfric then notice that the blank canvas that Hasker was about to kind of work with is now starting to kind of paint itself. And you feel a little funny, Damon. You feel kind of lightheaded as a very noticeable outline of a person. It's still in the kind of sketch form, is being drawn onto the canvas, and this man, this other man with a very sinister, evil British accent, is kind of staring at you with these colorful kind of eyes, and it's then um, Delight shouts, "The paintbrush! It's crushed and it does nothing!" And he kind of just pulls back the tent of the marquee, and he just like lets fly this firebolt that hits the canvas, Damon. It hits the canvas that something was being drawn on, and you kind of snap out of this lighthead, this swimmingness, and you kind of double back a little bit. And but the fire, it kind of bursts, and it sends like little embers flying to the tent and the chairs, and people just there's a big kind of panic then. Julianus kind of backs up, kind of taking this all in. He seems disorientated. He kind of stumbles back into the street, and it's at that time, Tirion, you're kind of making your way back into the market square, and you see these kind of the beginnings of these kind of embers take flame, and that's when someone amidst the crowds shout, "What's that red tiefling doing?" But you feel a hand on your shoulder. "I know what they're trying to do," the voice says. You turn, presuming you turn, and you see this man, this about this roughly the same height as you, wearing this kind of burgundy robe, gold trimmed, and he's has the long brown hair and scruffy beard. He says, I knew it was something like this. I thought it was the brush too, but it's not. It's him. He needs to be stopped. There's magic entwined into Hasker. I knew his talents weren't like this. They're bought. Not true magic, through him. We need to do something about it before it gets worse. You're a paladin, right?
Tirion takes one last look at the turkey leg he's been queuing in front of for the past 5 minutes ago. Yes, I am, of course. I am, but who are you?
He looks up at Hasker, kind of darts his gaze towards him and then back at you. I was his mentor. He was my apprentice, talented painter, but lacked certain vision. Then, well, his talents far surpassed mine overnight. I thought it was magic. I thought it is magic, but something different. Something acquired, not through an inanimate object like a paintbrush. Your presumably friends over there must have thought the same, but no. The medium, it's him. I saw it in his eyes just now. We need to do something about him if this is the power that he wields, he can control everyone in this village.
You can try. And Tirion will put his forefinger and thumb into his mouth, let out an ear-piercing whistle, and you'll just hear flapping coming from the temple.
And as your griffin approaches, it is at this point that very well-to-do man with the colourful eyes and the sinister accent, he lets out a shriek, and he kind of just holds both his hands out as if kind of reaching out towards the sky and looking up, and you can see that his form begins to contort, and after just a couple of moments, he becomes that creature that I described earlier in the session. This green-skinned, kind of almost feral, impish-looking thing, and he kind of hovers up into the air and scans the crowd. You all just think you have it all figured out, don't you? And he, looking around, points a long, pointed finger back behind the houses that kind of line the riverbank, close to the bridge where Shadar and Mina will stumble upon in just a moment. And he kind of, like a chokehold gripped hand, he pulls someone from the ground, yanks them from the ground. You hear a scream, and it is then he holds Ven in his arms. She must have followed you both, Aelfric and Daemon, down into the crowd. This one here seems rather special to you, doesn't she? I think I might just take her with me. And, of course, Shadar and Mina, that is when you all enter this scene and you see everything unfold.
Two important distinctions before we move far, because I think it will matter, and I'd rather talk about it before it does. Number one, a bard's instrument is not technically the same as a spellcasting focus, right? I did a quick little D&D Beyond search and all that, and it seems like I can take any instrument, or if I can argue I can play something on something, I can still cast magic.
All you need is 2 teaspoons in your knee, and you can...
Excellent.
Second of all, should our heartstrings count?
I've been playing with those the whole game.
Yeah.
Second of all, it would only count if the spell has a material component that I was using this to kind of replace, right? So technically, if the spell is verbal or verbal and somatic, I don't need an instrument to do it. Is that fair? Is somatic? Do we say somatic is playing in the instrument? Like, I just want to throw that out.
Pretty fair. Yep.
So you agree with both those statements?
That sounds good to me.
Excellent. Okay, sorry. We can take this out of the episode if we need to, but I just wanted to be sure before I kind of came up with anything wild. Okay,
And
yes.
again, as you kind of stumble upon this scene, Ven now kind of held within this a white tiefling that you know nothing about, pretty much.
Yeah.
She just shrieks and screams. Delight kind of he grinds his teeth. Ah, we need to do something about this, Daemon.
As of right now, us, Shadar and I running onto the scene, do we see any of our other party members
Yeah, you
doing
see everyone.
anything?
They're all there. They're fanned out.
Okay.
Tirion is at one side, Daemon, Aelfric, and Delight are on the other side. And you're kind of like to the south, we'll say.
Well, do you think there's time for me to go back and get my armor?
Then shrieks again. This thing is hovering
high?
higher up into the air now.
How high is it?
We'll say the marquee is about 20 foot, and it's another 20 foot above, so 40 feet high off the ground.
This is probably not the best place to do this, but
Do it!
Damon kind of yowls in a way that I think only Tirion would actually understand, as he essentially says, so let us be to it, as the wings just come out from the back of Damon, and he just sets to the sky to try and grab this tiefling out of this creature's hands.
Delight is going to grab onto your ankle. Not without me, you don't.
Yeah.
If you weigh me
Question.
down, I will kick you off.
Deal.
He is. I'm assuming he understands me speaking Infernal.
Yeah. Oh, he absolutely does, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
Seeing your wings just burst out from behind your waistcoat, Damon, this creature holding Ven, he flees north towards the north exit of town toward the mountains.
I'm keeping pace as much as I can. Giving Rocket regular mental note of where I'm heading, so that he can essentially lead the rest of them if need be.
As that happens, then
Can I? This is a very, very. I put my hands up. Rule of cool. Whatever. Not sure how this works. So I see this creature running away with something that Damon is trying to chase, and I can make some assumption that this is some enemy. We don't want to chase them. All of that kind of stuff, right?
makes sense.
Can I cast Force Cage?
Absolutely go for it.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna throw that in the chat. I'll read it for the people at home, and we'll see if it doesn't work. I don't know. I still have that material component, so I don't need to play because I've got that ruby dust bangle, right? So an immovable, invisible, cube-shaped prison composed of magical force springs into existence around an area you choose within range. It's 100 feet, so I think since you said he was 60 feet up, I've got that. Prison can be a cage or a solid box. Up to 20 feet on a side is made from blah, blah, blah. Up to 10 feet on a side, creating a solid barrier that prevents any matter from passing through it and blocking any spells into or out of the area. When I cast a spell, any creature that is completely inside the cage is trapped. Creatures only partially within are kind of pushed outside of it. And then creature inside cannot leave by non-magical means.
Okay,
So it is a cube. It doesn't say they have to be on the ground.
that's fair. That's very fair. So if it so just they can't cast spells through it, right?
No, magic can't get in, magic can't get out.
Okay.
Basically what Aelfric did with the Wall of Force as rule of cool, this is what this is intended to do. So
Super.
I
Then
think it works. There's no save or suck. It just
absolutely,
kind of
it
happens.
just happens. This thing attempts to fly away, and then again these like spectral swords with a solid base and kind of roof cages
Yeah.
this thing in. It
We can
and
say they
then
kind of like interlock with each other and
Mhm.
shoot in the theme that we were talking about. It could even be shields or whatever on the bottom, just kind of locked into place.
Yep. Cool. That absolutely happens. It is trapped. So Damon, when you take flight with Delight kind of hanging on your ankle, you cannot access him, but you can like get right up to this creature.
Yeah,
All the
but he can't
while-
run away either, so we'll.
Yep. It does screech at you, Mina, this creature. Um
Yeah,
in a
Mina probably doesn't say something super cool, but she's like, "Hold on there," and she's like, she twists the bangle, and then everything happens.
Okay. All the while the market is starting to catch fire rather rapidly. Julianus kind of backing away from the marquee now at this point. We'll refrain from the initiative order just yet, so feel free to say or do whatever.
That's how
He
that
kind
was
of
supposed to work last time.
he kind of backs off onto the street, and a lot of the houses are now starting to catch fire. And again, this robed man says to you, Tyrion, "You must seize him quickly. He's dangerous. Not as dangerous as that thing, I must say, but he's still quite dangerous. He has power."
Does the creature in the box, is it just floating in the box screeching at Ven,
Yep.
or is it attempting to attack her, or...
Uh,
Not yet, anyway. At least it's just kind of floating there, kind of looking for an exit.
Right. Well, then, yeah, if it's not attacking Ven, he will go for the mayor. Let's start making his way to Hasker.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Yep. As you kind of make your way, you're kind of like not kind of necessarily fighting your way through the crowd, but more like trying to weave in and out between the crowd that are fleeing, and kind of scaffolds now, wooden scaffolds and stuff are starting to like crumble that were kind of put up around the kind of market area, and you can see just about maybe 40, 50 feet ahead, Hasker is just kind of like falling over people, like trying to get away. And just up ahead, then one of those kind of scaffolds that had caught fire, it collapses as he's kind of running underneath it, and it falls on top of him in beams of wood. One kind of crashes down like on his shoulder, and you can hear even from a few feet away that you can hear an audible snap as he kind of tumbles to the ground. A few kind of burning logs now kind of resting on his like torso and his legs. Blood kind of running down the side of his face. He looks winded and battered and broken, but he is still alive. As you like approach him, he's just writhing in pain. Please help me! These logs, they're burning my legs.
He'll help him. He'll move the logs and help him up, but it's only to detain
He
him.
won't be standing. Both his legs are broken, and his shoulder is broken, and he is probably concussed.
Well, yeah, he'll remove the logs and he'll say, "Yes, help has arrived, friend. Help has arrived." And he'll just
It
lift him
is
up.
you, Sir Tyrion. Gods be praised, you are here to help me.
Sort of help those who need help after you. Care to explain what that creature up there is?
It kind of looks up toward the night sky, the thing trapped in the cage now holding Ven within its grasp. It's living paint. He kind of winces with pain. You're not entirely sure if it's with pain or with, I don't know, a hint of regret, he says, uttering those words.
And how did one come to enlist living paint?
It is he who enlisted me. And you can hear now that this thing looks down in your direction, Sir Tyrion, and it hisses, it cries, and Hasker just looks back up at it. It came to me, made me an offer, gave me this amazing ability to make the people in Barenthus happy again after such troubling times.
I knew it. Sorry.
I just didn't realize the extent of what would happen here. This creature, it's making people happy, but it's sending them to an early grave.
Where is it attempting to go?
That I do not know. He said he came from the north when we first met. So maybe he's fleeing to wherever it is he came from.
Is the man with the burgundy robes, is he approaching or is he skedaddling?
Oh, he's approaching from the distance. Yeah, he just hasn't.
Okay. Just to make sure he was like that wasn't a distraction. Like you go deal with them, and he's gonna.
I've been a fool. I tried to do good for my people. I didn't realize the cost until it was too late. I didn't know it was feeding on their sorrows.
Yes, good intention can cause awful trouble for those who were never involved in such means.
He's weeping now, looking around at the burning structures. All this. My town. I failed my people. You know what you need to do, Sir Tirion. Take up that blade. I deserve it.
He's rolling insight, and if he's trying to pull something here, I think
Yep.
a 19. Is he being genuine? He feels like he's done wrong, or is this him trying to?
He appears that, he is genuinely remorseful for what he has done, though you do find it kind of eerily suspicious that now it's only now that he's been caught he is remorseful.
No, I will not use my blade on you, sir. You shall have your day to explain to those hurt the most, and they shall decide your outcome.
No, you don't understand. The robed man now kind of says as he approaches behind. I think you need to do this, Sir Tirion. He kind of looks down upon Hasker, who's now just sobbing. He's made a deal. I'm willing to wager that someone who has placed their magics upon Hasker with their end of the bargain too, and a beam falls close by and spatters off the ground, sending embers flying. I'm willing to wager that Hasker is an insurance policy. Am I right? And he looks at Julianus, who nods. Yes. That's true. This thing, that creature, I'm bound to it. He's protected now by the souls he has reaped. They will never truly be free. Until I am. They're bound by my magic, and he's protected by it. You could try and slay that creature, but every time you stick your blade into it, he's hiding behind the potential of life that hasn't been lived yet. I need to be ended. And the robed man looks at you, Sir Tirion. He says, the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. I will give you a moment to ponder that as we jump back to Shadar, Aelfric in particular, who haven't acted yet.
Yes, indeed. I think given that the creature has been nicely contained there by Mina, Aelfric probably is going to try and turn his attention. You say there are fires raging everywhere at the moment.
There's fire spreading quite rapidly, yeah.
Okay, and what is the state? There are townspeople around.
There's still a few
running here and there.
But yeah.
Okay, is there anybody in need of aid around?
No one bar Hasker obviously appears to be like severely injured. There are people passing by with some like minor burns, some cuts and scrapes, that kind of thing, but they're fleeing the area.
Yeah. Okay. Aelfric in that case will probably make his way over to where Tirion is with Hasker, and just kind of keeping an eye. The situation deteriorates. he can get stuck in with some spells.
Okay. All the while, that creature is still kind of flitting around the cage, then crying, now calling out for help. Damon, you're only feet away. Are you saying anything to her? Is she's like freaking out or saying anything to it?
I'm going to try and catch the attention of Aelfric as well, and basically make an action of my hand pushing the cage down to Aelfric, like, and I'm like kind of heavily hinting towards him, like put this on the ground.
The cage is immovable, is it not?
No, it does not say
It's
that.
not moving.
It doesn't say immovable. It says it's immobile, which means it doesn't weird itself. It doesn't mean it's not immovable. It can be pushed.
In that case,
that's a specific word. I mean, there's a rule of cool and also DM law, but that says immobile, which to me means that it can't roll. It can't.
Surely it's up to the caster to.
Hold on.
There is a difference between immovable
yeah.
Like, a car can be immobile.
Yeah,
and
but
you can still move it.
dictionary.com says incapable of moving or being moved.
Oh. Dictionary to
Okay,
the rest.
that's fair then.
What is a
Is that the 2014 dictionary or the 2024?
Or the 1536 dictionary, which is probably around the same vibe we're going for here in the game.
I guess we can make a DM call now if you want. Do you want it to be?
By that definition, I'm going to say you cannot.
Yeah, if that's the word, that's fine. I just understood the word to mean slightly different. That was all. Okay.
But I think
good.
a creature can be immobilized in D&D, right? And it just means they can't move under their own power.
So maybe it means I can't move the cube?
Because I think you got because there's an immovable rod, right?
Exactly.
And that can't be moved at all.
Immovable rod.
And it's not an immobile rod.
Oh, language is not super precise.
It's however Mark wants.
I feel like Mark's made a decision.
I'm going to rule it that it cannot be moved.
Okay. Do I know that as Aelfric? Am I familiar with the spell Force Gauge? I don't know the spell myself.
But I showed you the spell when we were walking.
Yeah, you did.
Yes.
I did in
15,
fact show
then.
you everything for the
DC
spell.
15 Arcana will have you know.
17.
Yep,
The Arcana.
You know.
Okay, I shan't burn my telekinesis trying to move it in that case.
Okay. If I'm not getting much of a response from Aelfric in that sense, then what I'll do is this... I'm going to try and find purchase on top of it, as if I was stood on top of a cage.
You can stand on top of it, yeah.
Okay, so because I have the unfortunateness that my wings are about to stop working. So I'm going to stand on top of the cage with the...
David Blaine.
Yeah, essentially. Yeah, I'm just like floating in the air, like in a cage.
On the
in a
box.
glass cage of emotion.
So the top of the cage is made up of a bunch of like interlocking swords, but as far as it comes against like your shoes and everything, they're not like sharp.
Right.
They're more spectral.
Gotcha. Awesome.
There's no give beneath you. You can't move the swords, but they're also not gonna shred you to pieces as you fall through them.
Right.
As
so
you kind of perch atop, both you and Delight, you perch atop this this cell. You can already feel the vibrations of this thing kind of batting up against the roof of it. And Delight says, "It's always about color, these creatures. I swear, this thing absolutely adores color and art and things of that like. Well,
if you live in the grey the whole time, then color is what you seek."
Well, I actually know of a person from my realm who actually absolutely detests color, so much so that he ridded his entire city of it. Regardless, color...
Not very vibrant then, I guess.
Absolutely not.
Well, either way, if this creature gets away from here with this one, that's on you, so you better fucking help.
Oh, you can count on it, because a worse fate awaits me if I fail.
And then that's when Daemon snaps back to his usual self. Well, I suppose we better get ready for whenever this fails to actually do what we gotta do. Any plans?
I was just about to ask you the same question, my dear. And
I plan to reach out and try and grab as quickly as I can. You do what you can to stop this creature.
very well. And at that point, we'll jump over to Shadar. This has all been happening, by the way, in like the last
Concurrently,
like,
Shadar
15, 20
staring.
seconds.
Shadar staring up at this thing and inside the box.
Don't you worry, he's not moving till I let him.
So, I know you can't cast spells through it, but given that sending can be cast through planes, could I cast a sending spell to it?
Oh, go on for RP purposes. Let's do it.
Hey,
The
go on,
magic
go
words.
on.
You got me. Let's
So
do it.
Shadar will drop a 3rd level spell and cast sending. I mean, this is a creature he is now familiar with and has seen firsthand.
Yep.
And
Yep.
he'll-
You can
and he'll
literally see
say-
it from where you are.
So he's not going to say, "Look at me, look at me. I am the cleric now." He's going to say, "Well, my friend, how does it feel to be a rat in a cage? You know we are prepared for you now. You have a short time to bargain. What have you got to say for yourself? Don't tell me about your age."
It kind of
You may
almost
reply
looks
to this
around.
message.
It looks around almost confused, but
Jadar's like doing like a fucking invasion of the body snatchers. Just pointing at him.
I was hoping it was going to be more like Thriller, like you're just doing this like
Dun,
dance
dun, dun.
routine. Yeah.
It remembers your voice because you had spoken earlier that evening with this gentleman that is now a crazy-looking fiend, or maybe not a fiend, maybe something else. But yes, it looks around the crowd, kind of trying to find where the voice came from, but doesn't. It eventually spots you and Mina, and it replies, "You have to let me out of this box sooner rather than later." And I think sooner because something tells me that this young lady is quite important, and it puts a long kind of sharp finger around Ven's throat.
I'll drop another spell. 3rd level.
Slight problem with their plan. I have no idea who this tiefling is, and she's not
Yep.
important to me at all.
Yeah,
Nope.
same. And so that's like Shadar's the same. And you'll just say, "I fear you've confused me with a hero. That I am not. She means nothing to me. What do you think will happen when you cut her throat? What do you think will happen to you?"
To answer both of your questions, let's find out.
Let's find out.
And in that moment,
So be it.
his finger just kind of cuts across Ven's throat, and you hear Daemon and Delight. This
Shit.
painful kind of half scream before it turns to a kind of gurgle. Delight kind of he pops his head, like gets down to the side of the cage and looks in, and he shouts, "Shit! Shit! The blasted thing!" And he just looks up at you, Damon, and says, "He's fucking killed her."
Well, then your master better bring her back. And don't tell me it's not fucking possible, because I know it is.
What the fuck are we going to do?
Well, first of all, when this drops, we're going to kill this fucking creature. Then we're going to collect that body, and if you can't have it returned, I'm sure my friend Shadar can.
Well, we have to get rid of this fucking cage then, don't we? Time is of the essence now.
Are you going to kill it?
You bet.
Don't fucking let me down now.
He doesn't sound very confident.
Yeah, unfortunately,
bet.
we have not communicated within any faction of the party. No one has or I have no idea what's going on.
I was actually about to say I'm going to shout down to Aelfric because he doesn't realize Mina's got this. He doesn't know what Mina can do. He's never seen Mina do this, and this would be ultimately like a wizardy type thing. He would assume. So he's just going to be like, Aelfric, we need to drop this.
Men getting credits for women's achievements.
Yeah,
Part
right
17.
there. Yeah.
I'm half joking.
Listen, I fully, as a person, I understand how bad that is, but realistically, within the game, Daemon wouldn't know it was you at all.
I mean, I did do it to the dragon.
Oh, did you?
You did,
That's
actually.
true.
Yeah.
It's been done.
Okay, well then that's Ryan's fucking memory being shit. But in that case, he would go,
I know
Mina, we need to
I
drop
know
this
that's
fucking
like-
cage. Yeah, that's Ryan's memory then, not
My
Damon's.
memory is also shit. If we're dropping a cage, can I fucking prepare a flame strike?
You fucking, yeah. Well, I
We're
was
not in
feeling to
initiative
Mina
yet,
to
so
stop
you
it.
can prepare
Yeah,
whatever
we're
it
not
is.
in initiative. Do we want to change to initiative now?
Not yet.
60
Okay.
feet?
Hmm?
About 60 feet will do it?
Oh yeah, it's 40 feet away.
Awesome. Okay, I'm going to
Well,
prepare...
we haven't worked out
prepare,
Pythagoras'
flame
theorem
strike.
because
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
40 feet up.
Yeah.
But sure, look, it will say for argument's sake it's 40 feet away.
Okay, so that's happening. Mina's
So
gonna say,
before, sorry, you say
I'm not gonna drop it yet. I'm just gonna say,
you're
you
not.
know,
Okay.
if I take it down, I can't put it back up.
We got to get to this body somehow.
And then I would assume at this point, Shadar's probably joining me. We're running
Yeah.
towards this situation. 'cause
I have
we were
no
talking
idea
about-
what's going on.
Neither do I.
The thing you've contained seems like, but also that thing. And he's looking at the thing with Daemon. Seems to be a bit of a wrong one as well. So Mina, who gets the flame strike?
I'm gonna give him bardic inspiration,
Okay.
and that's my last one. Jesus, I'm so out of everything.
I'm tapped to fuck as well.
Yeah.
Does not bode well.
As
Had a
this,
detonite for breakfast.
Like now, I'm feeling very hungry.
When Tirion and Aelfric look about ready, I will drop it so we can.
Okay,
Run
so you're
around,
going to
but
drop it. Okay, so
I'm planning to. In
my
like
question
5
then
seconds.
is, Sir Tirion, we're back at you. Juliana's looking up at you, kind of both face smeared with blood and eyes wet, stinging red with tears. Draw your blade, Paladin. It's impervious with me still breathing.
What?
As the camera pans back over behind Tyrion, the shield on his back, you see Mina's face go from happy to somber to fury.
That fucking
As he
shield! I was
draws
like, what am I doing? It's not my
the hilt
face.
of his blade, places it against his chest. There's no slashing, there's no stabbing, it's just a slow, steady motion as he pierces his heart and says, go be judged by your gods.
Oh,
And
shit.
as you draw back your blade, now soaked with blood once again, the man who is behind you, he just kind of lets out a shaky breath. It needed to be done. It needed to be done. God damn you, boy. Fool. And a more kind of timber framing from a house close by collapses. The flames kind of rage even hotter and wilder now. Is that at that point the spell on the cage drops?
Does anything change with the little paint man in the cube? Or in
Nothing. He does let out a screech as as Sir Tyrion
Whatever.
pierces the chest of
Stop making
Hasker.
faces at me.
But it
Sorry,
does-
he lets
awesome.
out a screech, but he's fine.
He lets out a screech.
All right, I will give some 3, 2, 1. But yeah, I will drop it if that's what everyone needs. I am not saying this is Mina because I don't really know how Daemon's wings work, but I hope Daemon has a plan for barreling, X amount of feet towards the ground.
60
It's called
bigger
my
than the
back.
ground.
But yes, the plan is to, as this cage falls, is I'm going to grab this girl and essentially try to land on my back to protect her.
Okay.
I would like to, it may be when we're in initiative order, but I would like to try and use my telekinesis to help to lower Daemon to the ground.
I will just say if you want to use that, that's exactly what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I imagine Damon would allow that, so there's no check.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he has faith in his team, so his friends here, so he knows that what's going to happen is going to be for the best.
So what happens then is the spell drops. Aelfric, as you see the cage disappear, Daemon, Delight, and the non-moving body of Ven begin to fall. The creature with wings goes to fly away. Go a little higher first, but Delight manages to grab onto its back, kind of holding onto both its kind of wings. Daemon, you fall, you catch Ven, and Aelfric kind of lowers you gently to the ground with the telekinesis. As Delight is kind of wrestling with this thing, it looks at both you, Shadar and Mina. Back to the canvas with you two. And its eyes kind of flare up with that Rorschach of different colors. And as you're running into the fray, about to cast your flame strike, Shadar, you just, for want of a better description, basically just turn into a puddle of black and white paint. And Mina, you turn into, as you're running, a kind of puddle of blues, reds, and whatever color dress you're wearing kind of paints. And that's where we'll leave things for this episode of The Violet Madness. Thank you so much for listening. Our players tonight were Matt as Aelfric Ilnarin, Ali Mar as Mina Dumont, Ryan, also known as Deranged Rhino over on Twitch, as Daemon Filius Fiduced, and Stephen, your paladin pal, as Sir Tirion Shadowbane, and also Dave at Emerald Collective Dave as Shadar Vicanis. And I've been Mark, your GM. If you've been enjoying the show, we'd love it if you took a moment to follow, or subscribe wherever you listen to your podcasts. It really helps us find more people to join along in the madness. And if you want to keep the conversation going, come join us over at the Emerald Collective Discord server. It's a great place to share your favourite moments, theories, feedback, and to hang out with the community between episodes. Thanks again for listening, and until next time, stay vigilant and mind the madness.